All right. Did you just get it? I just got it.
Oh, the notification?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. Don't take the mask off yet. All right. I'm gonna take a picture of you with the mask on. Look at the camera. Wait, hold on. There we go. Cool. All right. So now it's not. No one's here yet. So let's just. I'm gonna just post this on socials real quick. Yo, does your I just realized, does the mask have nose holes?
Yes.
Yo, oddball, what's up? What's good? Yeah, yeah. R.I.P. Doom. Yeah, you already know what type of time we're on. All right, so so I just retweeted it. Let me just tweet that shit and like it. Okay, okay. All right. So I guess since we're here, oh hold on, let me move this over. I don't know why it's doing that. Yes, yes. Everybody seems to feel the same out here on this here. Oh, cool. We got a new subscriber. And it's Hikikomori. I wonder who that could be.
I wonder.
Yeah. Rainey's head looking mad reflective. Mad shiny. Homie busting out the organic beeswax from the Pan African bookstore. Yo, what's good? What's popping, y'all? All right. So, yeah. So, I mean, this is a pretty special episode, but also kind of a sad one. We got Will over here looking like the metal face villain himself. You got me looking regular as fuck. um,
Let me take this
fucking
shirt off. My fucking face hurt.
yeah, that's so funny. Like, I mean, that's not funny, but like, that's interesting that it would hurt to wear. Cause I'm sure that, I mean, I'm
He got
sure his is like
he got
fitted
some
to
stuff.
his actual face and shit, right?
His shit was fitted to his face. He had a plate like on top of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm sure in the beginning it was definitely like, it was
No, he
definitely,
had the weird
it,
ass one. You remember those old like the Dead Bent music video?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of his earlier like photo shoots is like the one with the mask looking grimy and shit, like looking all types of like crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
what's good everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the first episode of the Hearst Boys podcast in 2021, and I figure we started off with with a tribute to the man, the myth, the legend, the super villain, fucking Doom himself. And yeah, that's pretty much the focus for the episode today, and just like what we finna talk about. So yeah, so off rip, I just want to start with, and you guys are welcome to answer this in the chat as well. Hey Nefos, thank you for the follow. Will, what was your introduction to Doom, and like when did you like? Did somebody put you on, or did you discover him like yourself? Like how did that happen for you? And everyone in the chat, you can answer as well.
For me, it was like back in fucking '05. So it was like a good year after Mad Villainy had dropped.
Hmm.
Mad Villainy and Food both came out that year. In 2004. But in '05, my pardon me, before that, I had a computer but never touched fucking iTunes. My uncle bought us a computer for the crib. It was a Mac, and
Yeah,
he had dropped his and my other uncle's entire catalog of music. And these motherfuckers, like, just a little backdrop. These motherfuckers have been they were part of the fucking Zulu Nation, so they like
yeah,
ingrained deep into like the fucking hip hop culture.
yeah,
Um, So yeah, sure enough, they had given us the computer. It had an entire catalog, and in '05, I was just like, I was still listening to like fucking Linkin Park,
Yeah.
and like like that's the only music I fucking know, like from watching like Naruto AMV videos.
Yeah.
Uh, and I had gone and I found like Tribe Called Quest. I was going through the catalog. And I was like, "Yo, who's this motherfucker with the cover of the fucking album, which is Operation Doomsday?" It's like, "Who's this nigga look like Doctor Doom?" Right. So then I start playing it, and sure enough, the first track, fucking Operation Doomsday, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, like this is grimy as shit,
Yeah.
like. So yeah, that was like fucking. Yeah, 2005 was my uncles that put me on, and ever since then I've become a fucking Adamant fan.
Yeah.
I have a lot of like long term like friends like that are ingrained in me
Yeah.
just from like just having converse about fucking Doom, and
Yeah,
it's
I
like that.
think I think like 2003 in particular, or no, 2004 in particular was insane. Like, cause you had fucking Venomous Villain, Mad Villainy, and Food all came out within months of each other that same year. So like
Homie
that was pretty wild. I think I was in the same boat as you, where like I was kind of listening to I was kind of listening to a lot of the same stuff you were, where it was like a lot of like that new metal shit, a lot of that fucking like, you know what I mean, like um so I wasn't really like into hip hop, mainly because like a lot of hip hop didn't speak to me, especially in like 2004, which was like the bling era and shit
yeah.
like that. You know what I mean? Like hold on, like I'm gonna look up, I'm gonna look up the 2004 Hot 100 Billboard chart, right? The number one song on fucking in 2004, and this wasn't even when I found him. Like I
Hmm.
didn't find him, you know what I mean? But it was the number one song that year was "Yeah" by Usher, and obviously that's amazing. And "Burn" by Usher. So Usher was killing it in 2004. But then like under like a lot of like "Hey Ya," which was like experimental. "Lean Back" was on there. "Tipsy" by Jaquan was number 11. You know what I mean? "Slow Motion," "Freak a Leak," fucking "Slow Jams."
Did I talk to you about that like a couple weeks ago? How I'm like fucking what, maybe 12 years old, 13 years old, fucking reciting.
Yeah.
"Mm, I like it like that. She
She
twerk that
working that back. I don't know how to act slow motion for me.
out."
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, we ain't know shit about none of that. But but um but yeah, so I guess the point I'm trying to make is like, the charts were dominated by these more melodic kind of
Mhm.
like R&B pop rap sort of like this different sound. You know what I mean? Like the way you move was number like the top 5 on the billboards were all like it was not there was no type of rap up there at all. Like it
Yeah.
was Usher, Outkast, Alicia Keys, Maroon 5 and that's it. It was
And the
Usher twice, Alicia Keys, Maroon 5 and Outkast.
outcast in question was Hey Ya, so you
No,
can't
no, no,
really.
no, no, no. Number 5 was The Way You Move.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
either
yeah.
way, same volition. It was more pop than it was.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure. So, but by the time I have found Doom, I was probably like sophomore in high school, so like 20 or like 2008. It was like
Mm.
'08, right? And it was '08, and that was around like the Tumblr era, and I want to say like that was like sort of like the beginnings of the Odd Future movement, like the kind of the Odd Future sort of like,
Yeah,
yeah, like when they started their Tumblr and shit. And Earl was like 15, and he did Deerskin, which was like over the all caps beat.
word.
And somebody in the comments was like, "Yo, this is cool. Like this is almost as good as the original." I was like, "What's the original?" So then I saw the video for all caps, and I
Hmm.
was like, "Yo, like what the fuck is this? Like this is fucking dope. This is super cool. Like this isn't like anything this isn't like anything I had heard at the time." And then like in '09, like let's fucking like 2000, 2006, 7, 8, 8, 9. Yeah. So like, yeah, fucking like hold on. No, let's not even look at fucking like Hot 100, right? But um, let's see, like 2009. Yeah, airplay songs. Yeah, yeah. So, in '09, it was Best I Ever Had.
Mm-hmm.
It was Ti. It was Heartless by Kanye West.
Mm.
It was Young Money was like on top of everything. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like
just doing
oh
her
08,
shit.
oh 08, oh 09 was Young Money. Fucking Kiss Me Through the Phone with fucking Soldier Boy. Like yeah, like Throw It in a Bag, like Successful with Drake. So like a lot of this stuff, like yeah, like Pop Champagne, like fucking Jim Jones. So a lot of this stuff wasn't really speaking to me because like I'm a fucking nerd, you know what I mean? So like I was listening to like that angsty shit because I wasn't a gangster. I wasn't old enough to be in the clubs. I didn't have no chains. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have like grills and shit was still getting a lot of play. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff from before was like still getting a lot of fucking attention.
Yeah,
I was like, you know, I was kind of on the opposite side of that because I was like, okay, well, I can't really relate to none of this, but I can relate to being angry. So, so I listened to the other stuff,
it turns on.
and then I found Odd Future, and I was like, oh, these guys are like kind of nerdy and like weird, and they skate and shit, and it's dope. And then I heard Deerskin, and then I found All Caps, and then from All Caps I found One Beer, and
Mm,
One Beer,
be left
holy shit!
and
Like
all.
when I heard that song for the first time, bro, legit,
That
like every,
so, bro, from the second the drum, the ba-dum, bum,
yeah,
ba-da-da-da, da-da-da.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember the first time hearing that shit too, bro.
yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, and his rhyme scheme, like the shit about Doom, bro, is like his like he's not he's like the opposite of Fabulous, where like
Mm.
Fabulous will like his bars are very like corny and in the moment. Like he'll talk about like Twitter drama and shit like in his bars, and to the point where it's like become a meme of like the picture of Fabulous inside the booth, and he's just like yeah, she fucking I got like it's a pandemic. My pocket's looking fat. Call that a pandemic or some shit like that, right? Like that's Fabulous shit. But like Doom,
Remember when Fabulous was supposed to be the next Jay Z?
oh
They
my
kept
god.
saying it like that. Oh God.
But like
Hey Lou, thanks for the 5 gifted.
oh thank you, thanks babe.
Much appreciated.
Fucking but Doom like his raps like his bars were so weird and so different that it's like timeless.
Yeah.
Like you could listen to that shit like you could give that shit to the aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Nobody understand human culture.
yeah, give the aliens Doom's music, please. You don't need to give them anybody else's shit. You know, so like, I like that a lot. Like, I thought that was, you know, what I mean, I don't know. I feel like he also made it okay for me to start rapping. Like, that's why this shit hit me. Like, I don't think I've cried ever for any celebrity that ever died.
Dude,
And
yeah.
then I,
I was fucking hurt with this
yeah,
one. Like, and I like the closest I've ever been to this was like when Fife Dog had passed away from a Tribe Called Quest, because Tribe Called Quest is my favorite group of all time,
yeah,
right? You know, representing Jamaica Queens.
yeah,
But yeah. So when Fife Dog had passed away, and this is like right before they had decided that they announced their album, and I remember going to like a little tribute
yeah,
function over in some place in Brooklyn, and like it was all right and shit, but it's like okay, like I got through it, but then like literally I've been on a fucking Doom binge since. I mean, I'm usually on a Doom binge
yeah,
for the most part.
yeah,
I've not heard a single other song, anything from his catalog. Like, I legitimately like. I'm normally depressed, but I was put into a different depression because of this, and I was just like fuck, like the man responsible for fucking for this like great catalog of fucking music. These
yeah,
great fucking like when you said you got made it okay for you to get into rapping when
yeah.
he
Like it
dropped.
was, yeah. It just made it cool to like say weird shit, you know.
Yeah.
Like it made it cool to like rap about the beast with two backs and shit. Like you know,
Yeah, yeah.
like this very
Sketch Morty
obscure
shit
fucking
like that.
like Shakespearean shit. You know? Yeah,
For me, it was like the first time I heard his instrumentals, it was like I knew what I wanted to do. Granted, still haven't fucking done it to this day, but now this kind of gives me more motivation to do so.
Yeah.
But because when he had come out, nobody was doing sampling anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
only two dudes doing sampling at that fucking time was fucking Doom and Dilla.
Yeah.
And to that expertise
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. They,
like
nobody was flipping. Nobody could flip a sample. Like it's funny because like Doom had always worked with people like minded. So like him, Madlib, and Dilla, like nobody could flip a sample like them. To this day, I don't think.
to this day, no, those like honestly three best producers, like the three, yeah, they're top five and ain't none of them five, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
nah. But like you know what I mean? Like they took the formula of like of people like Large Professor and like because
mm-hmm.
you know it was all sampling at one point because that's
Yeah,
all they had. It was break beats and shit. Like
yeah.
that's literally the only option they had. So but then it evolved from that, and then like Scott Storch was coming out, and like he was
Mm-hmm.
doing he was doing the fucking Madden home screen music. he was doing yeah he was doing he did Lean Back and shit like that. Like it was like literally any Scott Storch beat, like you play it by itself, it sounds like some fucking Madden '03, some fucking home screen music. But but yeah,
Responsible
like I yeah
hierarchy of the fight night home
yeah
screen.
yeah, and I just yeah I mean yeah it broke me, bro. Like it fucking broke me. Like 2020 couldn't fuck off without just fucking me in the ass one more time. Like you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it just wasn't like you couldn't have just left. Like you couldn't have just fucking left it alone. You know?
Mm.
Like I just literally I was thinking I was like, you know what? This year has been fucked, but like at least
It's
Doom is okay.
literally a day, oh, like a day, one day more for this dumbass year to fucking come to a close.
Yeah, and they had to take my man's. And yeah, like I listened to Mad Villainy again, like you know, in his honor. Like I just like bumped it loud. You know what I mean? Loud and proud. And then the first bar on that whole fucking album made
Of
me
course.
sob like a fucking baby. The
Mm-hmm.
first fucking bar is living off borrowed time, the clock tick faster. And I was like, damn man, why you gotta say that shit, bro? I was like, why you gotta say that shit, man? The first fucking bar on the album, you
Even
know?
on Operation Doomsday, bro.
Shit had
Like
me.
on Operation Doomsday, it literally eludes because all right. So a little backstory on Doom. He was part of a group back in the day called KMD, um, causing much damage,
Mhm.
right? And on his in his group, it was him and his brother Sub Rock,
Mhm.
who was the DJ for the group, and Sub Rock back in the day when they were still active had gotten killed in a automobile accident.
No, he died the same week. He didn't die on the scene.
What?
He got
Yeah,
struck by a car, but he got struck by a car, but he didn't die like on like he
yeah, he
didn't
died.
die right. He didn't die right then, which is like a common. It's a
Yeah,
common thing that people say, but that's actually not the case. He
it was
died
the
like
cause of death was a car
yeah
accident.
yeah yeah
So,
yeah.
so yeah, he had died. He had passed away, and in that same fucking week, the label dropped him. They dropped KMD because the cover for their newest album was a Sambo character getting hung,
Mhm. And it
and they
was
were like,
called fuck and to
"It's
make
called Black Bastard."
yeah to make the fucking to make the situation to add the cherry on top. It's fucking the album was called Black Bastards. Yeah.
and and so like he disappears, come back on the scene, and if you listen to like in '99, um, and if you listen to Operation Doomsday, everything is littered with him. Like when he'll go like X the Unseen, he's talking about his old moniker, which was Zev Love X.
Yeah.
Think about how X the Unseen feels, giving
Yeah.
Cruz death like between meals.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, and he just refers to Sub Rock in like every other bar,
Yeah. Yeah, I
and it
mean,
was
that shit would fucking yeah. I think Operation Doomsday like it has this really raw sound and this really raw quality to it that like which is kind of funny because like he comes from professional like he had two pretty big singles with KMD. He had Peach Fuzz and Who Me and
mm-hmm,
like and like so like this is not a guy that is a stranger to like professional settings or like like professional audio engineering and shit like that. But for some reason, in '99, it was like yo, this isn't even Zev anymore. Like
And
in
now this,
'99, it was like yo, this isn't even Zev, and like I'm not even gonna use any of the resources I learned as Zev. Like I'm a whole like this is a whole different person. Like the music industry betrayed me, betrayed us.
and
And
now I'm
I'm
seeing vengeance on it. Yeah,
yeah, now I'm out for revenge, bro. That like he's literally the super villain, bro. Like
that
he
he would go on like he wouldn't even go on stage. His shows, he would have fucking other people put on the mask and perform for him.
oh man, people
People
hated
would
that
get
shit.
hyped, and
People
then he
hated
would
that shit.
reply. Yeah, people fucking they despised it, and they were like, "Yo, we came just to see some random motherfucker lip sync to Doom's fucking songs."
Yeah.
And he was like, this is the villain. He's like that this is the whole entire thing of the villain. Y'all spending money on the villain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do villainous shit. I remember him in an article back in like 2009 on I think it was the New Yorker.
Yeah.
Um, how he was talking to the dude. He was like, shit, I
Yeah,
might
yeah.
send another nigga out tomorrow. I might send
Yeah.
the Chinese nigga out after that. Like,
Yeah. This dude and it's funny, this dude the creative director for Adult Swim and the co-creator of Toonami, Clark Nova,
hmm
he posted this like after Doom died, he was like, "This post is from Doom's wife, Jasmine. If Jazz wrote it, it's legit. I'll tell some Doom stories a bit later, but for now, I need to process." So I'm gonna read the story to you. It's not that long. Like
yeah,
it's relatively short, but this is just like because this speaks to that practice of like that villainous practice of him sending Doom bots like to
yeah,
perform for him, like.
yeah,
Like I would, to be honest, if I was at a show, bro, I'd be tight too. I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd go as far as trashing his merch and shit like that, like they did in Atlanta. But
yeah.
I would be pretty mad as well. But at the same time, is that not the most on brand shit?
Also on brand. You know what I love? Because also reciting that fucking thing, he was talking about how a dream of his was to send like 10 niggas on stage all wearing the mask, him take off his mask and join the fucking crowd
Yeah,
and just join in and is like to veer the masterpiece that he has created.
yeah. No,
And
I thought that would have been
that
sick.
that would have been dope as hell.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm gonna read this. So Clark Nova, again, the director of Adult Swim, creative director at Adult Swim, co-creator of Toonami. This guy's a big deal, right? And he comes to Twitter to say, sorry, he comes to Twitter to say, okay, here's a Doom story or two. Daniel Doomale, aka MF Doom, was someone I first worked with on the Danger Doom project. During the making of the album, I would sometimes pick him up to take him to the studio to lay vocals. Before picking him up, I was told, bring him beer when you come. I was picking him up at 9 a.m. I brought beer, and the second I entered his apartment, he started drinking. And in fact, by 10 a.m., I too was drinking, sitting around with him as he read some rhymes from his notebook. Doom had a chaotic energy, but he was always a sweet goofball who just wanted to hang around and tell stories. When you were with him, you really felt like you were part of his family. Because of that, he got me to do shot he got me to do shit for him I never would have done for anyone else. For instance, after Danger Doom came out and did so well, I got Adult Swim to sign Doom to a record deal for another album. We gave him 45K advance and then nothing. He dipped. I heard nothing from him and didn't get my phone calls returned for like 3 years, after which he would call me and I wouldn't return his phone calls. I got in a lot of trouble for wasting $45,000 of the company's money, but I weathered it. It hurt though. I don't care about the money, but making me look bad and fucking with my livelihood was a bridge too far. Somewhere in the time frame where I wasn't speaking to him, Doom sent me two huge paintings he had made. They are still hanging at work. We had bonded over loving cartoons, and he had wanted to honor that and I guess say I'm sorry. I later found out that during the time where he split, he had a child who was in the hospital and was deathly ill. That softened my heart somewhat. Flash forward to like a decade later, and I hear Doom really wants to work with me again. After several talks with his management, we came up with the idea of the missing notebook rhymes. Of course, once we started releasing them, we find two things out. A. Doom hadn't paid the producers who made these songs or cleared the other vocalists or samples. Of course, he told us he had it all cleared. And B, Doom owed music to a record label. Literally anything he released, he owed to them. He didn't tell us this, so the label came after us. It was, it was, in short, a total boondoggle. And of course, we had to shut it down and apologize to a lot of people and pay a ton of money to a bunch of others. All because Doom was Doom. I again got yelled at by my bosses who asked, why would you go back to this guy? Which is a valid question. All I could say was, it's Doom. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. And I was just hoping we could make it work. I've been thinking about what happened a lot, even before hearing about his death. And you know what? I'm not sorry I gave him another shot, even if it didn't work out for me. Doom was a mess and a genius and a goofball who loved cartoons, and I loved him even after he fucked us over because he was just that special. Pour one out for the supervillain. So like this
Yeah.
motherfucker.
This,
Oh man, like this man is really a villain. Like
yeah.
it's not a game. Like it's not a joke. It's not an act. Like this motherfucker fucked Adult Swim out of $45,000. Oh
Plus,
my god.
off of
Yeah,
all that other shit they had to pay. Yeah. God damn.
yeah, and that's coming from the creative director Clark at Adult Swim, co-creator of Toonami, music, like music guy. Like he's so he if he's saying it, it's fucking legit, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, really a fucking villain for real. Like, and like that, does that not sound like the most Doom shit ever? Like,
Talking of his passing, right? Because we found out he passed on December 31st.
mhm,
He died 2 months prior to that.
mhm, yeah, that's the most Doom shit ever.
Yeah, hands fucking down.
Yeah,
Like,
for him to be
and-
dead a whole 2 months and us find out, but at the same time, I do like how we found out. I like how the public found out because my friend Ebony made this. Um, she made that point to me when I was kind of I was still like processing it, still kind of like
Mhm.
feeling shitty about it, and I was just like, you know what though, at least at least Jazz at least Jazz got the time to process this shit because sorry, hold on. Um yeah, at least Jasmine got the time to process this shit uh because Doom's son died.
Away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doom's son passed away in 2017.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like their son passed away in 2017. And Jasmine, you know what I mean? Like that, like I'm sure that like losing a kid, bro. Like I have two of them. I cannot imagine life without either one of them. You know what I mean? And that must have been rough. So now to lose her husband too, like that shit is crazy. And I'm surprised it even came out 2 months later. You know what I mean? I'm surprised she didn't just keep that shit under wraps for however long. You know what I mean? Like, but the way this was handled, it was way more careful, way more respectful than Kobe. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because when Kobe died, like, you
The
know,
media came out before, before the fucking family, bro.
yeah, the family, like, you know how crazy that is for like Vanessa to have to find out through fucking TMZ that
Yeah.
her husband and oldest daughter died. Like that's rough, bro. Like yeah, that shit is rough. So, um, I think it's safe to say that every Halloween from now on is Doomsday.
You want to hear what's wild is Freddie pointed it out to me. Because we had done the Halloween stream
Uh huh.
on the day that of his transcendence,
Yeah.
as we say, and I was wearing the fucking Doom mask, bro.
Yeah, you were. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Oh man, you were wearing the. That's so funny. If anybody wants to watch that, it's a really good stream. It was all over the place. We were a mess, but the Halloween episode was a pretty good one. Um,
Yeah.
but
but
yeah,
and yeah, in retrospect, I'm like, yo, like, what are the fucking odds?
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, definitely feel that.
Shit, it's like it sucks too, because especially if you're like, all right, so me, you know me, I'm a huge fucking Doom fan since fucking young, but
Yeah.
me trying to get any memorabilia from him now.
Oh yeah, forget it. You're not about to get that shit. You're not
Uh,
about to get that shit for less than. Yo, people are vicious, bro, and this is why jazz probably ain't come out till now, cause people are vicious. They're putting up fucking Mad Villain records. Oh my god, damn! Thank you, Loop. Loop
with
gifted another 5 subs. Holy
a
shit.
total of 10 gifted, Loop, you are
Oh,
too.
thanks, babe. That was great. Yeah. Yeah. What was I saying? Fucking. Oh yeah, like people are putting up, Mad Villain records, and they're selling like on eBay for like 250 asking price, and it's like, come on, bro, you don't do that.
Bro, I've seen legitimately. I've seen I went on Grailed to see what I can like cop before people started fucking raising their prices, and the hundreds had a collection with Doom
Uh huh.
in 2017,
Yeah.
and a T-shirt. It was a fucking basic T-shirt. It had the Doom graffiti on the top left.
Yeah.
Um, the mask on the back. Fucking someone put it on there for $1,000.
Yeah. Come on. Like that's not
Yeah,
happening.
I went to go look for the Venomous Villain album.
Yeah.
Uh, for those of you who don't know, Doom had a
M-
shit ton of different aliases.
Doom had many. I mean, it wasn't a shit ton. It's just he had like three. He had a good three or four.
Zevlov.
Like by himself, and then it's all the collabs that are under a ton of names. Like that's mostly what it was.
Mhm. So for him, it was Zevlov X, Doom, fucking King Ghidra, and Victor Vaughn, and those are his solo projects.
Yeah.
Um,
I
oh,
mean,
pardon
I
me.
guess I guess Metal Fingers too, right? Cause
Oh, and Metal Fingers whenever he was producing.
yeah.
So if you were to look up any of the Special Herbs catalog, it would be Metal Face. I mean, pardon,
Mhm.
Metal Finger.
Mhm.
Um, so Venomous, pardon me, Vaudeville Villain, pardon me, came out in like '03.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh three.
Um, and I went to go look for the fucking record, bro. Literally, like nothing less than $600.
Yeah. 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 Vaudeville. I mean, the Victor Vaughn projects. Like the thing about the Victor Vaughn projects, like that, like for anyone in the chat that doesn't know, or for anyone that's not a Doom fan that like wants to get into the music and stuff like that. Like this is by no means sort of like a comprehensive guide or whatever. This is just two guys who are. I mean, he's my favorite rapper of all time. I don't know
He's
about.
my favorite rapper of all time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is just two fans kind of going back and forth about a figure that they love. But the thing, so Venomous Villain, Vaudeville Villain, under the moniker Victor Vaughn. That's the only two projects under that name he ever dropped, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So on top of that, you have this no like Vaudeville Villain drops in '03, right? And the only other thing that dropped in '03 was Take Me to Your Leader,
Mm-hmm.
The King Ghidra tape, right? And that got a lot of attention, which kind of swept Vaudeville Villain like under the rug a little bit.
No, I
So
felt like that was one that I felt like. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah,
yeah, cause and then the following year, 2004, you have Food, you have Mad Villainy that drop within months of each other.
and then Venom.
You have Special Herbs volumes 5 and 6, which like isn't that big a deal, but still like just like the volume of content that was dropping 5, 6, 7 and 8
Mm,
dropped in '04. So
Rainy Big
and then
Head.
you have the sorry, oh yeah, Rainy Big Head. And then you have the Food, and then you have More Food EP, the
Yeah.
B-sides.
Hmm.
That also dropped in '04. So on top of all of that, right? You have first of all, don't like forget all the other stuff, but like Food and Mad Villainy, right?
Yeah.
You have
Food. He fuck.
yeah, and you have fucking you have like hold on, November 16th, 2004, Food, right?
Hmm.
So March 23rd, Mad Villainy comes out. November 16th, uh Food comes out. So from March to November, and then sandwiched in between that is Venomous Villain in August.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was not on nobody's radar. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like sandwiched in between those two fucking incredible projects,
Yep.
nobody was no. So it wasn't until way later that those projects got more acclaim. And what's insane is like he legit sounds different.
In
Like
every single one of them. Yeah.
yeah, like
Like
it's hard to explain. Like it's hard to explain. Like Mad Villain is his Mad Villain, the character, and the rap group duo. Like that's its own entity. Like he sounds different on that album than he does on Food, than he does on Venomous Villain, because
mhm.
it legit is three different people.
Yep.
Like at least to me, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. What he
Yeah,
was really fucking good at was keeping to the theme of each album.
yeah,
Like even if you look at Food, he's saying a lot of shit, right? And you just
yeah.
you hear it on first listen. It's just like, all right, he's talking about food. He's talking about food. He just made a bunch of fucking different references of food. And then you look at the meaning behind all of it. He's saying a lot of fucking shit,
Hmm.
but all to the theme of fucking food. Mad
Yeah,
Villain, it was straight fucking villainous shit, right? And then Venomous Villain and Vaudeville Villain, they were both his, his alter persona where he has the mask fucking off,
hmm,
and how he's just a piece of shit with the mask off,
yeah,
but
yeah.
him going through the motions as like a fucking, in society.
Yo, my favorite shit, like is when the worlds interlap
Mm-hmm.
and like intersect. That's my favorite shit. Like when the Doom universe like collides,
Yeah.
because I love on Fancy Clown how like it's Victor.
Got Victor Vaughn on. Yeah, yeah.
It's
It,
literally it's literally Victor on that song, and
that's a prime example.
yeah,
Prime example because you listen to all caps, he's talking about the fucking supervillain, right?
yeah,
And then he's spitting on fucking Fancy Clown. He's just the nigga attributed to society
yeah,
dealing with the chick that cheated on him.
yeah. No, it's Victor. Like
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
Victor Vaughn. Victor Vaughn's girlfriend cheated
Mm-hmm.
on him with Doom. That shit is funny
Yeah,
to me. Like
yeah.
when
Oh,
he's like, "That's on you if you want a dude who wear a mask all day." Like that's mad funny to me, bro. Like how those worlds like collide and shit, and how they
mhm.
really are two different people. Like it's so funny. He's like
And
have it.
he bigs up fucking King Ghidra in Gastrolls.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Gas Draws, he bigs up King Ghidra. I also love the that interlude where it's like where he's like, "Welcome to the breakfast bed and breakfast hotel cafe lounge bistro on the water."
Yeah.
Like
How
you
you do?
remember?
How you
Yeah,
do?
you remember that? You remember that shit? Yeah. And he's like introducing like he's like, "Oh, yesterday's new quintet is here." And he's like, "Yeah,
Mhm.
we have the one and only Mad Lib. We also got King Ghidra on the mix." Like
Yeah, yeah,
like
exactly.
these people like they're legit different people to him, and like that's the dedication to that world, like
Yeah.
the dedication to that role, I think is really amazing, and especially on these projects for sure. But I wanna go into, so we talked about like your first experience with him. We talked about like just him in general. What's oh god, yeah, drop the rainy big head in the chat. Hey, what's up, Blanco?
Good.
Good afternoon.
Yo, Keys to the Cuff was hard, Sovo.
Salutation. uh, that's very funny. Yeah. So okay. So what is what are your top five Doom projects? Not even his. Not even his like alone.
Hmm.
Anything like with him on it, like featuring him.
So, off the rip, um,
Go from top to bottom because I think we're gonna have the same number one. Everybody has the same number one Doom
it's
album.
Mad Villain, bro.
Yeah.
It's
It's
Mad Villainy is hands down. I mean, that is the album that put him on the fucking map. Um, yep, I
where's
got it
yours? Oh,
over there.
yours is over there, but it's in the sun. You can't really
Yeah,
see it.
next to food, which you can see over there.
Yeah.
That's Mad Villainy.
Mhm.
So these are four of some of my favorite projects.
Mm,
But no, actually, so Mad Villainy, Food, right? Those
yeah,
are the top two for sure.
yeah,
Um, Danger Doom, was in my opinion super fucking slept on. That was a project that he worked with Adult Swim and Danger Mouse. If you don't know who Danger Mouse is, he's the producer, the other half of Gnarls Barkley.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so Mad Villainy, Food, um, Danger Doom, Vaudeville
Mhm.
Villain, pardon me.
Yeah,
That's my number four. It was so. I just recently found out that iTunes took out "Let Me Watch" from the
yeah,
album,
yeah, yeah.
and I'm tight about that.
I think it's because probably something about either the sample or the feature on it.
Pawnee B. It might be a
Yeah,
Pawnee.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and then for the fifth, I have to go with. I mean, his with. Mm, that's tough. I want to say one of my because I have two favorite features that he was on.
Mhm,
One of them was on a De La Soul track.
mhm.
Um, I forget the fucking. Oh, now I have fucking three because he did some shit on Peanut Butter Wolf's album with fucking Guilty Simpson.
Yeah, but I mean like front to
Uh,
back projects, like,
Front to Back
yeah,
Project.
not
Okay,
not like single tracks that he's been on,
I bet.
like collaborative efforts and shit like that, like Mad Villain, Neruvian Doom, fucking
Then I'd have to say Sourface meets Metalface
yeah,
for the
with,
fifth. That
with
was a really fucking dope project.
yeah, with Inspector Deck, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, I think my list is pretty similar to yours. Top my favorite album of his is Mad Villainy, then Food, then Operation Doomsday, and then the other two probably Czarface meets Metalface, yeah. And then the last one I want to say maybe it's a tie between Vaudeville and Born Like This. I actually really liked Born
Oh
Like This.
yeah, Rock Cocaine Flow was super fucking fire.
Yeah,
And then he also did a fucking feature with on the Gorillaz album.
yeah, yeah.
I'm drawing a blank on the name, but I might have to revise my list because I mean I keep on thinking about Operation Doomsday. Gas Draws is
Yeah.
like my second favorite song of all time from his.
Dude, fucking Yes Sir with
Yes, sir.
Raekwon.
Yeah,
Oh my
yes,
god.
sir. On fucking Born Like This.
Yeah. And it's
Um,
funny cuz those are my two favorite rappers ever. Like
Ray-
Ray and
the
Doom are my two favorite rappers ever.
the Purple Tape is the like fucking unsung hero of hip hop, bro.
Yeah.
Hands fucking only built for
Oh,
fucking
Cuban
Cuban
Links
links.
too. Yeah.
Well, no, Purple Tape was two, but no, the first Cuban links. Pardon me.
Yeah,
Only
yeah,
built for
yeah. Yeah, Cuban Links 2 is the purple tape.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
the yeah.
Um,
Yeah, no, Cuban Links is definitely yeah, definitely. Like I feel like if cuz low key I feel like if Doom was like a gangster like that, like if he was from that side of hip hop, he would just he would sound like Raekwon. And if
yeah.
Raekwon was a fucking what it was a well nerdier cuz he was low key kind of a nerd anyway. But like
Yeah.
if he was nerdier and like removed from the street shit, he would sound like Doom.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're two sides to a coin. I just think that him and Ghost like had better chemistry, like as people. Um,
He
but but
he
I would have loved a Doom Raekwon tape, even if it was just Doom on production. Like
hmm
imagine hearing Raekwon over a Metal Fingers beat. What the fuck would that
that's
sound like?
that Fish Scale was partly produced by Doom.
Yeah, but that's Ghost.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. So imagine that shit was. I wish they would have dropped some fucking more, because
yeah,
some more Doomstark shit.
yeah. You remember? You know what I'm surprised that that the Saint Ides mixtape didn't have Doom on it because he fucking loves beer. You know,
But he would have been. I feel like Saint Ides is a thing, but he would have been more of an OG.
like
Pardon me.
old
OE.
English. Yeah, old English. Yeah, oh yeah, 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 for sure.
Hands fucking down.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
Colt
yeah.
45 guy myself.
Yeah, man. Nah, the Saint Ides tape was crazy though. Like from a marketing standpoint, bro. Like you cannot deny that that is one of the smartest moves any company has like ever made. like dropping a mix. It's like, okay, well, who drinks St. Ides? It's like fucking like rappers. They all okay. So
Higher.
let's commission let's commission a mixtape and then shoot a bunch of commercials. Like, dude, the
Mhm.
St. Ides tape has Snoop Dogg, Warren G, Nate Dogg, MC8, Scarface, Wu Tang Clan, and Ice Cube on it.
Mm.
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? Yo, and that shit is like, oh my god, damn, Loop, thank you. What the fuck? Jesus
Mhm.
Christ, thank you so much. Wow.
Do you,
Yeah,
do
yeah,
you
it was a what?
uh, do you remember some of the Adult Swim's project,
Which one?
the Adult Swim singles project?
Is that what it's called?
So every year, I think since like 2000 and fucking I forget, they would drop essentially Adult Swim would drop a mixtape, and they would have like a few tracks.
Mm-hmm.
They had a few tracks from Doom that aren't that weren't for sale. It's free for download. But you ever remember the track called Victory Laps?
Oh, this is from you mean Notebook? The missing Notebook rhymes?
Oh, is that what they threw it all into? No, they so originally they had come out individually every other year. They would have
Mm-hmm.
like a feature on that Adult Swim singles projects.
Yeah,
So I
the
guess
adult.
they just took
Yeah, I
all
think they put it all together. Yeah, in the
of,
missing Notebook rhymes. Is that the one where he had a song with Cool Keith?
yeah.
Yeah, that's missing Notebook.
He also has a track with Captain Murphy and
And Earl. Yeah, Between
Earl.
Villains.
Yes, such a fucking fire track.
Dude, that track is amazing. I wanted to flow over that shit so bad, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's really fucking good. So, I guess since we're nearing 46 minutes, I mean, I could talk about Doom forever, but I think an hour is a pretty healthy way place to end this on.
And
Um,
Loop, another fucking 5.
yeah,
Jesus.
that's what I. Yeah, bro, like that, like Loop going crazy. Like that's incredible, man. Love that
That's
girl.
that shit.
But yeah, thank you so much for that. Like that's super cute, and we got a fucking we got an emote thanks to Loop. So thank you. Thanks for the fucking so funny. If the hair was blue, it would fucking it'd be like her. But it would look like her. But yeah, so I guess we gotta before we end it, we gotta talk about some less than savory stuff about
Mm.
Doom because he was he was a relatively unproblematic kind of guy, but he being Zulu Nation, being 5%er and all that shit, that comes with some that there's an elephant in the room when it comes to shit like that, and it's like
Yeah, there
uh,
was that
the
entire
the
thing with
the
yeah.
rampant homophobia in that sort of like in that religion in that community and shit. And Doom was no stranger to it. And on Born Like This, it's pretty bad
Yeah.
with the song Bati Boys,
Yeah.
and like even before that, it's like pretty bad. It's not actually no, it's not pretty bad because he never explicitly drops like the F, like you know what I mean, the F slur. He never like actually calls anybody that
Yeah.
or like says it, you know what I mean? But
You know what it is too, because I
on
feel like
Bati Boys, it was very heavy-handed though.
yeah. The thing is with Bati Boy, like, all right, so it is rampant homophobia, right? From the get, not discounting it. Um, we both know there's this huge ass disconnect from the old heads.
Yeah,
You said, Zulu Nation, even though Zulu Nation has a whole bunch of implications behind it, they came to light fucking a good like 6 years ago.
yeah,
Um, with him, and so with rap, right? So you have the people, obviously, they're calling you these homophobic slurs,
mhm.
right? Because they deem it
Yeah. Like the worst possible thing you could be in rap in like 2000 fucking in its since its genesis, the worst thing you could possibly be is gay or a snitch. They
exact.
don't care if you're a fucking rapist. They don't give a fuck if you're an abuser. They don't care if you're like literally like 6ix9ine is a shining example of this. It's like oh like now all of a sudden everybody like oh please don't play that please don't play that boy songs in the club because we do not listen to rats, right? And then
Mm,
fucking 21 Savage, right? Snitches and rats. Snitches and rats. Like
yeah, yeah,
like and it's like yo my man's like really? Like this is where we draw the line? Like this man has videos on Facebook of him with a minor in his lap that he solicited sex from. There is proof of this.
Mm-hmm.
There are conversations saved of this. You know what I mean? Like the same shit with R. Kelly. R. Kelly been confessing the shit since 2005.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where's the line drawn? You know? And like with Doom, you know, like so
He was.
it's just funny to me that like, you know, funny in a really fucked up way that like you the worst thing you could be in rap is gay. Like
Mm-hmm.
like like we look past so much shit. But as
Mm-hmm.
soon as you gay or a snitch, it's like, oh nah, like we don't fuck with him, like we don't fuck, you know. And like
Yeah.
I guess there's some saving grace. Not really. There's no saving grace, but there's I I feel differently about it knowing that that song in particular is a Lil Wayne diss.
Yeah. He was dissing specifically rappers, and granted, it's not right to call anybody a bati boy in
Yeah.
that volition.
I mean,
Like
it's
take
not right to call
no
anybody that anyway,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah.
In any volition. Like I'm even thinking about like shit. We was all dancing in the sala at a very young age to fucking banda my chichi man.
I'm on fire, but
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
yo, no
but
one.
no,
I had
yeah,
no fucking idea. I had no idea.
yeah. So it was
Oh
like
man.
coming, like, yeah. There's no saving grace in this. Coming from where he's coming from, I kind of like it's just the old shit. You know,
Yeah.
the old shit of calling like you may have not been homophobic, but it was cool to call people
Right.
homophobic
Right. Right. Right.
shit
Right.
in
Right. Yeah.
turn
Yeah.
make
Yeah. Yeah.
you homophobic. But yeah, it was it's a weird thing. Like
Yeah.
I'm not in any position to pardon him for it, obviously.
Yeah,
Um
it's just something. I guess it's something that like a lot of Doom fans, especially Doom fans who consider themselves progressive or woke in any capacity or whatever, is something we gotta reconcile and like, you
yeah,
know what I mean, and like kind of really struggle with. Cause, I mean, for what it's worth, I don't listen to the track. I don't think it's a particularly good track.
it's not.
I don't think that Doom is good at diss tracks. I think he's good at diss bars.
Yeah.
Like I think he's good at like sending little 1-2 punches at rappers, but dedicating a whole song to Lil Wayne and like other, you know, other like bling era shirtless chain
Yeah.
wearing rappers and stuff, like dedicating a whole song to that shit. You already did that, my man's. You did that on
MC.
you did that on Beef Rap, and that song was good, and like you didn't have to, you know what I mean, like you didn't have to
Sanchi.
take it there. It was different. It was just way. I mean, but again, that's some villainous shit.
Mhm.
On Born Like This, like he sounds especially like
Yeah.
he sounds like old and like grizzled. He sounds
Yeah.
like fucking like won't stop top billing till he a gazillionaire, grill and stare. Like
Mhm.
he sounds like he's tired of it. Like he sounds like he's been a villain so long, but he's still on his quest for fucking like world
It is.
domination.
It is 10 times. It is the I want to say the darkest tape he definitely put out.
Yeah.
Um, outside of the Victor albums, it's some of like the raunchiest, darkest shit that he has put out.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he did it towards like the latter end of his career, and it's that one track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is still really funny to me that he did it just for one track.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit is so funny, bro. Like the fact that Charles Bukowski is listed as a feature on
Yeah,
on on fucking cells, like oh
Charles
man.
Charles Bukowski was the entire like it was a specific thing that he did that was like the premise of that entire album.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's wild, man. Like oh man, it's a lot. It's a lot, bro. Fucking shout out to Doom or whatever, but I don't know. I like to believe that he didn't feel that way up until,
yeah,
you know, I like to believe that he grew out of that shit and like out of that mentality.
yeah,
But you know, I it's like you said, it's not my place to like pardon people.
yep,
You know what I mean? Like especially like I don't identify with that community. Like I'm not gay. You know what I mean? So like it's not for me to forgive. but at the same time, like I feel like just because something is problematic doesn't mean you can't learn from it or you can't like appreciate
Hmm.
pieces of it. You know what I mean? Because it's just that like I was saying before, like Doom's stuff ages pretty gracefully, but except it's that one track that's like a fucking thorn in the Doom fan's side. That's like
Yeah.
that shit did not age well. Like even when it came out, it wasn't great. Like it when it
Nah,
came out, it was not a great song.
because you got to remember, like in 2009, 2010 is when people, we'll call it the woke community. I know it's not, it's shitty to call it that, but that's when people started opening their fucking eyes to,
Yeah,
this is a lot more people were vehement um, in fighting a lot more injustices than just, you know, what particularly hurt them.
yeah,
And so like that shit was immediately condemned the second fucking drop.
yeah,
That fucking track, that album didn't do well as a whole.
yeah. No, no, not really. Yeah, and but I think it's because Born Like This was just so like it was Doom, but it was a different Doom,
Uh-huh.
and he hadn't dropped in so long before that. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, like it didn't do that well, but I mean, the reviews, like it got 3.5 stars on Slant Magazine, 3.5 stars on URB. It got an 8 out of 10 on Pitchfork, a 76
Hmm.
on Paste.
Pitchfork was a saving grace on that album
Yeah, a 4. It
because
got a 4 out of 5 on The Observer. It got
mhm.
a 3.5 out of 5 on Hip Hop DX. It got a 7 out of 10 on Drowned in Sound, an A on Consequence, A on AV, and 3 out of 5 on All Music, and a 77 on Metacritic. So I mean
Commercially didn't do well.
commercially, it did not do well at all. Fucking critically though, I think it's pretty fucking. I think it's not acclaimed like it's not sworn by any fucking critics or whatever, but I think
Mhm.
it's a well respected album. I'll say that
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, it's a well respected album. But Born Like This like came so far after like I don't think he dropped an actual rap album after Food. That was like he dropped Food, disappeared from rap by
Hmm.
himself for like a good what 4 5 7 8 9 for 5 years, and then drops Born Like This, and like that's a long time to wait for the quality of music that was on that tape or on that
Yeah.
album. But I do like it. I do think it's top 5 because Born Like This is the first album that I listened to front to back. Like
Okay.
before that, because remember I was a sophomore in high school, so that was that I heard that album the year it dropped. Like
Yeah.
I heard that album that year, so that was the first one I peeped front to back, and I kind of like I fell in love with its grittiness and like the fucking raspy like old fucking like the delivery like he sounded hungry still. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like he been in this shit for since the late fucking 80s, since like 88, 89, but he still
88.
sound hungry as fuck. Like on Born Like This, as old as he is and raspy and like he just sounds like a he sounds like he would have like he's rapping from inside a cave and he has an eye patch on and like a cane and he's like missing an arm and shit. You know what I mean? Like
In toga with a grizzly ass fucking beard. Just like,
yeah, yeah,
yep.
yeah. Kev then says he disappeared after Dilla passed. I think. Oh yeah, that's true. That's
He
true. That
he
definitely had an impact on him.
did, he did disappear a little bit after Dilla died. He did the Danger Doom album, disappeared again. That's when he was having those health issues.
Yeah,
And then Born Like This came out, and yeah, he had to have been hungry having to deal with all that shit.
yeah, 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 for sure.
I mean, he was hungry, like even in fucking Keys to the Cuff
Yeah,
on that J Doom album, bro. He was still fucking not allowed back in the U.S.
yeah,
um, villain got banished. Fucking yeah. Honestly, that was also what's very admirable in his entire career was the fact that he never stopped being hungry. I don't think he would have put out that quality if he had it.
yeah. That and like he was fucking like I also really appreciate that. Like he made music he wanted to make. He didn't make music nobody wanted to hear.
He was
Like
he
his
was what you call it? He wasn't signed to a single fucking record label.
he wasn't signed himself, but he did sign record deals with labels. So like
Yeah.
so he was like, hey, like he would make a song, right, or make an album, and I guess the label would pay to distribute. He would the label would pay him in advance maybe to make the album or something, or maybe he'd make it already, and then
Mhm.
it would be distributed through a label.
Mhm.
So like Born Like This was on Lex Records.
Yeah.
Never heard of that fucking label at all. I
I
don't know. I don't
think
know. Like what
yeah.
the fuck is Lex Records? I have no idea. Right? Founded in 2001. Fucking oh, they distributed Keys to the Cuffs. Like
Yeah.
who have they Oh shit, they did
They distributed
Ghostface's 2015 album. They did Neruvian Doom. They did The Mouse and the Mask. So they did the
Mhm.
Danger Doom shit. Um they did they did Seed to Sun, A New White. They did Danger Doom's Rome album. Okay. All right, so they got it. They got it a little bit. But yeah. I mean, yeah, any final thoughts? Like, we're just over the hour. Still pretty sad about it. Gonna probably bump some Doom after this. Probably draw something. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm definitely bumping some fucking Doom. Play some guilty, fucking wallow in the anger. It was like I said, what like what I've taken from this, because like I know a lot of people find it kind of cringy. Oh, you really upset about a celebrity death or some shit, right?
This is
But
different.
like, yeah, like
This is so different.
this is like this dude was the glue for so many so many friendships and relationships that I have kept over the years, and like
Also, he
even
made it clear that he did not ask for this shit.
mm-hmm,
Every chance he got, Doom made it clear that he did not ask to be famous and he did not fucking want to be famous. So it
mm-hmm,
is different. It is yeah, it's very different.
yeah, but fucking yeah, so that he was the glue that kept a lot of like that founded a lot of like relationships and friendships that I've had. Like even like my uncles, me and my uncles grew closer through like that entire fucking niche. You know what I'm saying? Like I had like my homegirl who literally I had texted and she had called me immediately when it had happened, right? Because we had been together during the Michael Jackson death. We had been together during the Fife Dog death when Tribe passed. Um, and we just stood on the phone like fucking at a loss for fucking words, you know. And yeah, for an artist to have like touched somebody the way that like his work had touched me, I find is really special. I do believe that if you are a hip hop fan at all, especially that underground shit, and you haven't heard of him, I highly recommend you fucking listen to him. Start off with fucking
Hey, hold on.
Operation.
Wait. This is actually a perfect note to end on. Thanks, Will. So, to the God, sorry, my body sucks. To the non-Doom fans that are kind of just here to support Hearst Boys, here to like, I mean, here to watch us talk because y'all do every week, and we appreciate you so much.
So
So to the non-Doom fans in the room, what 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 songs do you recommend? Right, and like give us three songs you recommend and three projects to listen to with the Doom name attached to it. Doesn't have to be like
hmm
him per se, but like Neruvian Doom, Danger Doom,
yeah.
fucking JJ Doom, shit like that.
So
Or but it could also be his own shit.
yeah, no, of course. So
And no Mad Villain.
no
No,
Mad Villain. No, I wasn't gonna go
yeah,
Mad Villain. Although all caps needs to be said
yeah, of
before all
course,
this.
yeah.
All caps. Let's listen to all caps before everything. But gas draws
Mhm.
first and foremost. One beer. Secondly, and on that same fucking album, from Food,
Yeah.
I need y'all to listen to Cookies because it's a song about masturbation.
Yeah.
All right. All
Yeah.
right. Projects. Food.
Wait,
Listen to that.
hold on.
Okay.
Will's so your songs are Gas Draws.
Yes, gas straws. Um, fucking one beer.
Cookies and one beer.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Um, I am sofa king.
Oh yeah,
Doom,
Sofa King. That's a good one.
Doomsday is fucking top three schoolboy. So for projects, obviously, food.
Mhm.
Everyone knows Operation Doomsday was his first album. Y'all should listen to it, but I'm gonna put something else, give you like a little different, some different palettes there. Danger
Mhm.
Doom, right?
Yeah.
Food, Danger Doom.
The
Danger
mouse.
Doom
The
was
mouse in the mask.
the Mouse and the Mask, highly fucking slept on in his catalog, and I don't understand why. Production was
It's
fucking
just.
fire.
It's just very on the nose, man. It's just super loaded with Adult Swim stuff. Like you kind
Mhm.
of have to. You have to care about Adult Swim to really appreciate that album, and you and I do, and
Yeah,
that's why we regard it so
bro.
highly. But
Yeah.
for the non-Adult Swim fan, a lot of that shit's gonna fly right over their heads. Especially a lot of the skits, like the
But come
fucking
on, Meatwad fucking reciting beef rap, bro. Come on.
yeah, nah, yeah. That's good, but to someone who's never seen Aqua Teen, like that's not, it's just gonna sound like a funny voice doing beef rap, but no, but the Mouse and the Mask is a good, especially because like Adult Swim is vastly different from what that was to
Yeah.
now. That like a lot of those references are gonna fly right over people's heads, like Perfect Hair Forever, like
Mhm.
Aqua Teen's, you know what I mean, like Aqua Teen, Perfect Hair Forever, Harvey Birdman,
Mhm.
Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. Like these shows are not on Adult Swim anymore.
Yep.
So
That
but
was
but
that was
I do still think it's a solid album. You're right.
it. No, yeah, hands down, production quality is dope. Fucking, he's spitting. I'm motherfucker spitting. And the overall tone of the album is fresh as hell. Like it's dark, it's gritty, but it's still lighthearted because it's essentially a fucking like comedy album almost.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
so yeah, Mouse and the Mask,
and one
and
more.
one more. Mm, listen to Vaudeville Villain. It was his Victor project.
Hmm.
Still just as dark, but a little more relatable because he's spitting from the sense of a human as opposed to super villain, which is like the delusion
He's the guy that
grandeur aspect.
he's the guy he looks up to Doom. Victor looks up to Doom, and he thinks he could do his job better. Like
Yep.
that's what Vic is. That's Vic's character. Because
Mm-hmm.
whereas Doom is like 40 and like just like you know what I mean, just like this shitty villainous guy. Fucking Vic is like 19, and he's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? He's like the young whippersnapper or whatever that like
Mm-hmm.
looks up to Doom and shit. But yeah, but you are right in that aspect of like
Yeah.
he's more human. He's a more human
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A piece of shit human, but still a human, and that's what I love about it the most is that he's a piece of shit human and doesn't shy away from it at all in that album.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and that's my three albums that I recommend you listen to get into like the whole realm of like the Doomverse.
Yeah. I just dropped both in the chat. So Will's Doom recommendation songs, Gas Straws, Cookies, and One Beer, and then Will's Doom albums is Food, The Mouse and the Mask, and Vaudeville Villain. Those are good ones. For me, three songs would probably be um, I'm gonna go. Hold on. I'm gonna fucking type it up real quick.
Um, honorable mention though,
Yeah.
Rhymes Like Dimes.
Yeah. Rhymes Like Times is a good one. Yo, 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 y'all can't stand right here. I love that fucking. That's the best opening song, man.
Yeah.
So, sorry, hold on. It's funny because you mentioned the singles, and
Yeah.
I can't find one of my recommendations. I can't find it on any streaming platform. I can only ever listen to it on YouTube. It's Monkey Suit.
Oh,
Yeah,
Monkey Suit.
it's not on anything.
What project was that supposed to be?
I mean, it's a Mad Villain track. It's credited as Mad Villain.
Oh, yes, I think that might have been one of those fuck. because mm, it's a yeah. I don't know. It might have been one of those things that Adult Swim had put out randomly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, well, pardon me. Stone's Throw, because Stone's Throw has a lot of singles from them that weren't part of the actual project.
Oh,
Kind of in the
true.
same volition that Doomsday. Pardon me. Born Like This has one more remix of Gazillionaire, and it's a Mad Villain remix,
Oh, okay.
but it's not on the
Okay, I
album.
see. I see. Yeah. Yeah.
And also
Fucking.
Mad
You
Villain.
said you said one beer, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then I guess I'm gonna go with um. I guess I'm gonna go with the other one, right? Everybody knows the other one on that fucking album. That's fucking That's Oh my.
Super.
Yeah, yeah. What the
Hoe
fuck?
cakes.
Yeah, yeah. Hoe cakes. Yeah. Hoe cakes is a good one. And then one more.
Oh yes, it was part. No, this wasn't. This was part of Chrome Children. Monkey Suite.
No, it's called Monkey Suit. I don't know why it's pronounced. I don't know why it's spelled Monkey Suit. Wait, it's on Spotify? Bullshit.
Yes, it was part of the Chrome Children EP that Stone's Throw threw out.
Ah, okay. Let me see. Wait. Yo, this whole time. Oh shit, it is right here. Bro, they must have put this shit up recently because there's no fucking way. Cause I was looking for this shit for years, bro. For years, I've had to open YouTube, go
Mhm.
like search it and like listen to it there. What the fuck? Okay,
You know
okay,
what it is that Spotify in the last, I want to say 2-3 years has been putting out a lot more of the underground shit. Like
yeah,
I was never able to listen to like the Medicine Show
mhm,
at all for a
yeah,
while. And then there was this album that Madlib did, production wise.
yeah,
I'm forgetting the fucking name of it.
yeah. Well, this song I know for sure is not on Spotify, which is my third recommendation, and that's Between Villains. It's a Captain Murphy song,
Yes.
but it's featuring Victor Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is the only fucking like, it's hard to get Vic on a song, bro. It's hard to get Vic
Vic
on a song.
Vic only performs on Doom songs, bro. So to have to
Yeah,
have Vic, so yeah, the yeah, it was Med Blue and Madlib. You know that
yeah,
fucking album. Yeah, that didn't drop until like a couple years ago.
yeah. So there go my songs. So it's Monkey Suit by Mad Villain, as far as I know. Whole Cakes by MF Doom. That's under that name. And Between Villains with Victor Vaughn, Captain Murphy, and Earl Sweatshirt. And that shit is one
Um,
of the darkest, rawest tracks I've ever
Captain
heard.
Murphy is Flying Lotus, by the way.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Captain Murphy is Flying Lotus. I thought Quasimodo was Flying Lotus for a while, but then I found out he's Madlib.
Oh yeah, no, Quasimodo's been in the cut since
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Since way before
since the
Flying
loop.
Lotus was a thing.
Yeah, since the loop pack.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah. So yeah. Those are my three songs, and I guess my three projects. Cause we can't do Mad Villainy because if you fucking Google MF Doom, Mad Villainy, the album is gonna be the first thing you fucking see. So
Immediate. Yep.
that's kind of a weak recommendation to me. Anyway, I want to say
No,
that
actually, Quasimodo is Madlib.
that's what I said.
Yeah, right. No, because
Yeah.
he said yeah, Jay. No.
What?
Oh no, he was talking to Jay.
Yeah,
Never
he was
mind.
talking to J. He was talking to
Pardon.
J O K O. Is that how you say it? As in
Jay
like
Chow,
chaos?
or is it like a Chow, like the
I thought it
Chows
was.
from
I thought it
Chow
was like.
Garden?
I thought it was Joko because he started saying chaos, but he stopped at the O, so that it would be a play on J and
And
sound
it's
like K. J. Anyway, my. uh.
Chaos is in the missing S.
Yeah. J, yeah. So. Yeah, Mad Villainy is a fucking staple project. Like you're gonna see that shit no matter what. You're gonna see it everywhere.
It's his
So,
magnum opus.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Chow's from Sonic Adventure. Okay, J.O. Chow, that's cute. Yeah. So, hmm. So yeah, Doom projects for me. What did you say?
Mm.
You said you said
Mm,
Vaudeville
food.
Villain, Danger Doom, and Vaudeville
Food.
Villain, Danger Doom, and what else did you say? And and Food.
Food.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So mine is probably gonna be Operation Doomsday, because I really love that fucking album.
And I was meant for you. I knew you were the one for me.
Come through, dig the sound.
Swear
um,
my whole
yeah,
world.
and definitely Operation Doomsday for sure. Um, you said vaudeville, so I'm gonna go with Born Like This.
Mhm.
Born Like This is a pretty polarizing project. Like you either really like that shit or you hate it. Um, and then damn, it's hard not to mention Mad Villainy, you know. But
Yeah, that's what I was saying because it's like you said no Mad Villainy. The first thing
yeah,
on my head was Mad Villainy. Then I picked my first choice, and then the second choice in my head was Mad Villainy. I
yeah,
picked the second.
yeah, and then and then hold on, let me go here. Let me just make sure I get my Sorry, I'm stalling because I have to make sure. Oh, okay, here we go. I have to make sure I get the names right and everything. And then my last recommendation is the collab between Doom and Czarface. So it's Czarface meets Metalface.
Good
Cause
fucking album.
that's a fucking good one, man.
It's another slept on too. It is super under radar.
Yeah. Hold on, wait. Sorry, I'm just Czarface meets Metal Face. Yeah. So those are my Doom albums. Operation Doomsday because it's the first one he dropped under that name, and it's a pretty pivotal moment in his
It was
career.
done in a basement by
Yeah.
one of his co-members and fucking Bobito from the Stretch and Bobito show.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Born Like This, it's funny because Operation Doomsday is the first MF Doom album. Born Like This is the last MF Doom album.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last one he dropped under that name. Actually, not even. He dropped the MF. It's just Doom.
It's just Doom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
They removed the
I
from
don't know
the
why.
face.
Yeah, it's just Doom. He released it just under Doom, which I think fit the nature of that album anyway. And then Czarface meets Metalface is like, I don't know, it's one of my more recent like projects that I really like. So yeah, there you guys go.
Just hydrated, Loop. Why are you making me hydrate
Oh
again?
shit, here we go. Fuck. Yeah, I haven't in a while. My throat hurts.
Made me piss myself.
But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been a very special episode. Rest in peace to the supervillain. It's a very, very sad couple days that it has been for me.
Same.
I want to do something. I'm not gonna say what yet because oh my god, Jesus, Loop, drink more. God damn.
Yo, Loop, drop the Addy. I'm gonna piss in your plants.
Yo, Jesus Christ. But oh shit, she's got 100. She's got 14,000 points. She's got to redeem them somehow.
Because when we play games, we can do this feature where we can bet the points.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's funny. But yeah. Anyway, this is a very long outro. Yeah, my name is Rainey. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna try and do something for the villain. I'm joined today by my co-host and my best friend in the world, Will. Gruel the Empty on Twitter. You can follow me at Rainey Ovaya on Twitter. Although I have been not as active on Twitter as of late because it's very distracting and it's bad for my health. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Loop, thank you for all the fucking gift subs. That was incredible. You're fucking amazing, and I really appreciate you. And yeah, and this has been another Hearst Boys podcast episode. Rest in peace to the supervillain.